In a small, forgotten village nestled between rolling hills lived a candle maker named Ilara. She wasn't just any candle maker. Her creations were said to hold a whisper of magic. Each candle she crafted was a unique masterpiece, molded not just from wax and wick, but from stories, emotions, and dreams she gathered from the world around her. Her little shop, filled with the scent of beeswax and lavender, was a sanctuary of light in a world that often felt dim. One day, a weary traveler stumbled into her shop, his face etched with the lines of a long and difficult journey. He spoke of a great city, a bustling metropolis that had fallen into a strange and silent despair. The laughter had vanished from its streets, the music from its halls, and a heavy, unseen shadow seemed to cling to everyone's heart. No one knew the cause, but the joy had simply gone out. Moved by the traveler's story, Ilara felt a deep calling. She decided to create her most ambitious work yet, a single magnificent candle. For weeks, she toiled. She infused the wax with the memory of a child's first giggle, the warmth of a lover's embrace she once witnessed, the courage of a tiny seedling pushing through hard earth, and the peaceful silence of a sunrise over the mountains. She wove into the wick threads of kindness from a stranger's helping hand, and the resilience of an old tree that had weathered 1,000 storms. This wasn't just a candle, it was a vessel of pure, concentrated hope. She named it Ethel, an old word for noble light. With Ethel carefully packed, Ilara journeyed to the silent city. The atmosphere was just as the traveler had described. People moved like ghosts, their eyes vacant, their shoulders slumped. The air was thick with an unspoken sorrow. Finding her way to the city's central square, a place that was once the vibrant heart of the community, Ilara set the large candle upon the cold stone of an empty fountain. A small crowd gathered, their curiosity a tiny flicker in their otherwise empty gazes. With a steady hand, Ilara struck a match. The flame was small at first, hesitant, but as it touched the enchanted wick, it blossomed into a warm, golden glow that seemed to push back the encroaching twilight. The light of Ethel was unlike any other. It didn't just illuminate the square, it seemed to reach inside people. As the warm, gentle light washed over the crowd, a subtle change began. An old man who hadn't spoken in months turned to his wife and a faint smile touched his lips. A young woman, her face perpetually stained with silent tears, felt a forgotten warmth spread through her chest, and her weeping softened. 2 children, who had been sitting listlessly, began to chase a stray cat, their soft giggles like the first drops of rain after a long drought. The scent that wafted from the candle was transformative. It didn't smell of just one thing, but of everything good and hopeful. One person might smell freshly baked bread from their grandmother's kitchen, another the salty sea air of a cherished memory, and a third the crisp pages of a beloved book. The aroma unlocked forgotten joys, reminding each person of their own unique reasons to feel alive. Word spread like wildfire. From every corner of the city, people were drawn to the growing light in the square. They came in droves, a silent pilgrimage of souls yearning for something they had lost. They didn't speak much at first. They simply stood, basking in the candle's glow, letting its warmth seep into their bones and its light fill the empty spaces in their hearts. As the night deepened, the single flame of Ethel grew brighter and stronger, fueled by the collective hope of the gathering crowd. A musician, whose instrument had been collecting dust for years, took out his violin. He began to play a soft, tentative melody. Soon, another joined in with a flute, and then a voice, clear and sweet, rose in song. The music swelled, intertwining with the light, weaving a tapestry of sound and hope that enveloped the entire city. People began to talk to each other, sharing stories sparked by the candle's scent. They spoke of love, of loss, of dreams they had put aside. They laughed, they cried, they reconnected. The heavy shadow that had held the city captive for so long began to dissolve, unable to withstand such a brilliant and heartfelt assault of light and camaraderie. Ilara watched from the edge of the crowd, her heart full. The candle was a catalyst, but the real magic, she realized, was already inside them. The light, the hope, the joy. It had only been dormant, waiting for a spark to be rekindled. Ethel was that spark. The single candle burned through the night and into the dawn. As the first rays of the morning sun crested the horizon, the flame of Ethel finally flickered and went out. Its wax completely melted away. But it didn't leave behind darkness. It left behind a city transformed. The square was filled with people who were no longer strangers to each other. The air, once heavy with sorrow, now buzzed with conversation and laughter. The soul of the city had been reignited. Ilara slipped away as quietly as she had arrived, her work done. She didn't need thanks or recognition. The sight of a city reborn, of 1,000 souls lit by a single flame, was her greatest reward. She returned to her small village shop, her heart filled with new stories and new light, ready to craft the next candle for whoever might need it. And so, the legend was born, the story of the candle that lit 1,000 souls. It serves as a beautiful reminder that sometimes all it takes is one small act of hope, one single flame in the darkness, to remind us of the brilliant light we all carry within ourselves. Even in our darkest moments, that inner light is never truly extinguished. It's merely waiting for a spark to burn brightly once more. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. If this story touched your heart, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more tales that aim to bring a little light into your day. Until next time, take care and keep your own flame burning bright.